Okay, what the fuck was this episode? Let's start with the biggest reveal and the most interesting of all of them, and that is Kamen Rider Shiro, aka Kyoryu Blue, is not only back, but now he has been reincarnated as a Yamato, and Azuma is as surprised as all of us. So the theory that some of us had that the Yamato are just dead riders are pretty much correct, but what does it mean for the rest of the riders? Because right now we just seen Shiro. What about Azuma's friend? What about Genpin? What does it mean for the rest of the riders that die? What does it mean specifically for Keiwa's wish? Like, does it just erase the Yamato? That's a very interesting reveal that would very much correlate one of the players' wish. If we are already talking about the game, now it's leading more towards the reality show aspect, with hidden cameras in the break room and the players needed to sleep there. We got introduced to two new players, Seiya, Kamen Rider Lopo, and Daichi, Kamen Rider Sparrow. Well, for us they're new, but they're former participants of the DGP. Both of them hate Ace because, you know, Ace wins all the time, and they start off the game already butting heads with Nago and Keiwa. Well, we don't have Azuma right now, and we need someone to not only butt heads with Ace but with the rest of the riders, so we have two more, because two of those riders equivalent to one Azuma. We learned that Keiwa and Nago's wishes stayed the same, while Seiya wishes for her physical ability not to decline as she gets older, while Daichi's wish is to have the knowledge of everyone in the world, and Ace's is to be the game master. So remember when I told you that now the DGP leans more on the reality show format? Well, the new game master is almost like an annoying host of a reality show, but the most important thing is the winner of the DGP is not the player that beats the final boss if it's of the final game or any game, but the person with the highest approval ratings. Yes, we're doing that, and right now, after the end of this game, Daiji has the highest score, while in this episode's tradition, and probably for a long time, and that is cheating on Keiwa, has the lowest score. But as a reality show, it has to have a gimmick, right? Because there is another way to win the game, and that is one of the players were designated as the disaster, and his role is to pretty much annoy and distract the other players. If the disaster would survive until the final game without being unmasked, he would be the one that make the world that he desired for. Well, right now we don't really know who is the disaster. I don't see it being Ace because it's too obvious, because, you know, with his connection to the Desire Grand Prix, so I don't see that happening. I don't see it be Lopo. It pretty much narrows it down to 3 participants. It could be Nago. Let's not forget, Kosei, her dad, can actually pull the strings to give her that role, and then she can desire what she wants. It could be Sparrow because, you know, he plays the know-it-all, so that could be interesting. But it could be a false red herring, and that's going to be very interesting in the episode when the 5 participants did talk about the disaster and who it might be. Nago, Seiya, and Keiwa were playing cards, and the card that Keiwa had, and they very much focused on it, is the Joker card. Here's the thing, it could be a false red herring, and like it's just for us to, oh, it might be Keiwa, but it could be just straight up telling us, oh, Keiwa is the one, and next episode is going to be Keiwa proving himself not being the disaster, and have Keiwa, a character that right now, the first time he actually really lied and tried to trick one of the players is pretty much last episode, so having him kind of continue to lie to get something that in the end is actually good is very interesting. We did get to see the Power Builder buckle and it looked really cool. Yeah, I can't really say a lot about it, it just looked cool, and the weapons are ginormous and it's kind of funny looking. And now for, in my opinion, the most interesting conversation in the entire episode that leads us to probably more questions than answers for now, and that is the conversation between Niramu and his secretary. Specifically, they're talking about Ace's wish not being vetoed. And now we also get the reveal that Mitsune might not be Ace's mom. What? Is Ace lying about Mitsune being his mom? Or there is something more in hand that we don't know yet? So yeah, that's going to be super fucking interesting. Well, the opening did change for this episode. Not only with the additions of the new players, Azuma got his own screen, and even when there is the quote-unquote team shot, there is a space for him, and he actually appears specifically where he needs to be, but on a different background. Okay, what? What does that mean? And one of the cards that once said who is the one to achieve the desire did change to who is a backstabber. Well, this episode was a lot and I really enjoyed it. I really liked they really changed the formula and it's way more okay now but DGP players needs to actually make the effort of not only beating the boss but making it look cool, to have the approval rating, and who the fuck is the disaster, and the entire sponsor fiends and the supporters. Specifically, we did get a small scene between Geats and his supporter, and it was very weird and kind of fanboyish, but right now we don't really know a lot about them. But Jin, Ace's supporter, did ask Ace if he enjoyed the jet buckle, pretty much saying that probably the supporters / the sponsors can actually control where the buckle goes to. So that means that Keiwa maybe has at least one supporter that always gave him the boost buckle. And what he is and who he is, we don't know yet. But I heard he loves to jump. But yeah, it's getting a lot more deep into the Desire Grand Prix and now it's going to war. So yeah, tell me what you thought about it. Comment below, let me know. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like it if you like it. Comment below what you thought about this episode and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of your day.